Good afternoon to all. Am I audible? Yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So yesterday I demonstrated how we can upload the resources for the students, and how we can share the resources lesson notes or assignments or
Yes.
presentations and something like that. So today I will demonstrate how we can create an interactive assignment for the students, match the following, fill in the blanks, or any animation kind of thing. So let me logged in with one of the faculty's account. Let me click on this. The very first you see the screen is a dashboard of yours. Okay. Now let me click on the course which I am taking, and okay. So this is my dashboard. As you can see, yesterday we set up all the things lecture notes, presentations or summary, and on link or wiki page and all that way. So the very first thing what I need to do after I get logged in into my system is if I want to add anything, in my dashboard, then the very first thing what I need to do is, if I can get any answer for this, what I need to do is, anyone, what should I do if let us say I want to add activity here. How can I do that? Anyone? uh yeah. Okay, so for that we need to click on editing on turn editing on. If I click on this, you will see our dashboard has been converted into edit mode. Now I can see, I can add an activity, I can shuffle the activities and the resources and all that thing. Okay. Okay, so let us click on add an activity or resources. I want to create an assignment, exam. I want to create an exam for the students. So what I need to do is click on add an activity or resource. Let me click on this, add an activity and resource. From that, you can select quiz. Okay, let me click on quiz. Okay. Okay, so let me give the name of the quiz is exam 1. Okay, unit 1 exam 1, unit 1 exam. That's it. Okay, if I want to give description, I can give this is your first exam. If I want to give description, I can give that. Okay, the other thing is I need to set time for this, quiz is there. So open date is today's date. Yes. Okay, and let me select the closing date, let us say August 30th August. That's it. Okay, you can select the close and open date as per your requirement. Okay, so if you want to set any time limit for this quiz, we can set. So let us click on this, and let me give as a 60 minutes. Okay, it depends if you want to keep as a day or hour or something like that, you can do that. So I'm giving as a 60 minutes quiz. Okay, when time expires, open attempts are submitted automatically. There are many times, as I opened the quiz for since last many long, 1 hour or 2 hours, something like that, so it get expires automatically. But if I select open attempts are submitted automatically, if the quiz gets expired, the current session will be stored as it is. Okay, whichever the students has answered the question, that answers will be submitted automatically in the faculty dashboard. Okay, so I'm selecting that. Now the very important thing here is grade. Okay, grade to pass, let us say 10. Okay, okay, attempts allowed for this particular quiz. How many times the students can attempt this quiz? Let us say if the students failed at the very first attempt. Yes. Am I audible? Yeah. Okay, Okay, so atoms allowed for the students, like if the students, if we will allow the students to attempts more than one or two times or thrice at times. So let us say only one time the students can attend this quiz. Okay, it depends. You can set any number of this. If you prepared a test quiz, so you can say unlimited times. But as it is an exam, so I'm creating as a one. Okay, layout. Layout means how you want to display your questions. Like every question, one page contains two question or one page contains three question. I am selecting as a three. Okay, one single page will contain three questions as of now. Okay, question behavior, like if you want to shuffle a question, like each and every students gets an different sequence of questions. So for that we can shuffle a question. It will automatically be shuffle, like if you say it no, it will be displayed as it is. If we'll say yes, then the for each and every student the sequence will be different. Okay, the other thing over here is, like uh, a safe exam browser. This is very important thing. If you'll keep it yes, then students will not be allowed to redirect to the another window or another tab. Like many a times the students used to do surfing over the internet. Like what they do is like just copy and paste the question. If you will turn this on, students will not be allowed to change the browser or to change the tab also. So this is the best feature we can say the Moodle is providing. Okay, so this is the see the basic setup for the quiz. Let me click on save and return to course. Okay, so once I click on that, let me now add a question to this quiz. So I'm clicking on unit 1 exam. Okay, after that what I need to do is edit quiz. After the creation of quiz, you can input a question. So let me click on edit quiz. Okay, after that what you can do is, as you can see, the maximum marks is 10. Okay, so let me add a question from here, like a new question or from a previous quiz also. If you have set up any previous quiz, okay, you can take the question from that. But as of now, as we are setting up a new very first quiz, so I am selecting a new question. Okay, so as you can see, there are multiple options.
Ripple madam.
Yes.
Madam, what you are saying is the previous quiz. If you go to the same tab, no,
Sorry,
oh,
if you can,
uh,
just a second, sir.
it, over there it is written that you can take the question from the question bank, not the previous quiz. If I am not wrong, from the
Yeah, yeah,
question
yeah,
bank.
yeah.
If I uploaded the question bank, then I can select the question from the question bank.
But for that, you need to set up a quiz first. For that, you need to set up a very quiz first. As you can see that for demo purpose, I have set up a quiz here. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. So let me click on new question or from question bank. It means like you can select from the previously designed quiz. Okay, there are many plugins are there wherein you can upload a word file of a quiz and it gets set up into the quiz. Okay, there are many plugins are there. I will show you that demo on the later stage. Okay, so let me click on a new question. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, there are many different types of questions which is available over here, like I can set. So very first I would like to set is multiple choice question. Okay, so for that, I'm giving the name as question one. And my question text, like I have set up already, I have with me, like, the operating system. I'm taking this, this is my question as it is an true or false question. So if I want to default mark for this question as one, if I want to give a if I want to give a general feedback, like to attend this question, and this is the short note. So if I want to give something like that, I can give here as a general feedback. Okay, so the number of choices, how I want to display that multiple answers are allowed for this question or not, the only single answer. So I'm selecting as a only one answer. Number of choices, like how you want to display your question, like in this format, like ABC 1 2 3 and something like that. So I'm selecting as a ABC. Okay, and the first choice, let us say true. Okay, if the student is selecting this answer, then he or she will get 100 point. And the other one is false. Let me write false. If the student is selecting this particular answer, then there is no mark, so it's none. Okay, so there is no other choices. So what I can do is like just save changes, that's it. Okay, so my question one is ready. If I want to see the preview, I can see using this magnifier. Let me click on this and you can see this is your very first question. Okay, the other one is like if I want to add an descriptive kind of thing, like add new question and let us say essay. Okay, add question name, question 2, and describe operating system. Okay, descriptive thing. And for that, what I need to do is default mark is 1. How the students can reply to this, it's an HTML editor will be there like this is an HTML editor. Okay, so how many lines I want to provide to the students, like 15 lines, 10 lines, I say 5 lines. If I want the students can upload a file for the same, I can from here, like 1 2 file or unlimited file, but as of now I'm selecting as a no. Okay, so that's it. Now let us say save changes. Okay, so let me preview this too. As you can see, this is your question number 2. Now I want to add one another type of question is like drag and drop into text. Okay, like fill in the blanks. I want to set that kind of question. So I'm selecting as drag and drop into text, and let me click on this. Okay, and now I am giving as question 3. Okay, now question text. So let me click this, like I want to I want the students that complete this poem, like twinkle twinkle, and then little, then I want to keep star as a blank. So what I need to do is I need to write like this. Okay, 1 means a star. Now the answer of 1 I will provide over here, like this is twinkle twinkle little star. Okay, so that way what I did is twinkle twinkle little star, and for star kind of thing I want to keep it as a fill in the blank. So what I did is simple square double square bracket and then 1. Yes, so for same way I have prepared this question, like let me see, twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder. The second blank would be wonder, so let me write here the answer is wonder. Okay, for third, what you are up about the world so high, so let me write this world. Okay, so like a diamond in the sky, so I want to keep a diamond as a blank, so a diamond. Okay, what I did is twinkle twinkle little. For the answer I need to write like this, for the choice like 1. So let us okay, yeah, any query here? I hope there is no query. Let me save this, save changes. Okay, let me preview. Okay, so as you can see, my question is like this: twinkle, twinkle. Then I need to fill this. So let me drag and drop this. Yes, how I wonder. Okay, so I can. These questions are very. This kind of questions are very helpful for the language kind of stuff, like like maths is there, or English is there. So yeah, any query for this question? Anyone? No. So okay. The one more thing. What?
Madam,
Yes, sir.
can we add the mathematical equation into that?
Yes, sir.
So it
Yes.
would,
Yes, sir. I will demonstrate that. Yes, sir.
yeah, please.
Yes, 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 sir. So what I need to do is add new question. Okay, new question. As you can see, sir, there are numericals are there. I will I will cover this at the last of the during this last slide. Okay, so other thing I want to show you over here is like drag and drop into image. Okay, this is a very interactive question, like I'm selecting as drag and drop onto image. So let me select this and add. Okay, the question name is question number 4, Q4. Okay, now question text. Okay, like I can say like computer system. Okay, this is my question, let us say. Now what I need to do is upload a background image. What I need to do is upload background image. Then let me select this, and let us say I am uploading one of the image like this. Students has to identify each and every parts of this image. Okay, so as you can see, this is my image here. Now what I need to do is, after the image uploading, what I need to do is draggable item. Okay, from here I'm selecting draggable text. Okay, so let me click as a desktop screen, like computer screen. Okay, this is my first text. Now second item is, let us say, draggable text and CPU. Okay, the third item for me is, let us say, keyboard. The fourth item for me is, let us say, mouse. Yeah, okay. The other one is, let us say, DVD drive. Okay, so let me write as a DVD drive. Okay, that's it. Now what I need to do is, like let us say, save changes as of now. Let us say that. Okay, so let me click on this again and let me preview this. Okay, can you see? Now what I need to do is, I need to put up that this is a computer screen. For this question I need to set up and zones, like this is my screen, this is my CPU. I need to set up the answers too. For that, what I need to do is, let me click on this question again and let me go to zones. Okay, okay, so as I have written, like after the text, what I need to do is zones. I need to give system a zone, like the very first is computer screen, the second one is CPU, the third one is keyboard, the fourth one is mouse, and the fifth one is DVD drive. Okay, after this, save changes and continue editing. If I click on this, as you can see over here, like my questions are here. Now I need to tag each and everything, like this is my, let us say, this is my DVD drive, this is my, let us say, mouse, this is my keyboard, this is my CPU, This is my computer screen. I'm setting up the question for the students right now. Okay. So let me click on. Okay. As you can see, the zones are here automatically. Yeah. So now save changes. That's it. Okay. So let us preview this question. As you can see, computer screen. Let me computer screen. This is my CPU. This is my keyboard. Then students needs to interact with this questions. Okay, this is my mouse and this is my DVD drive. This way you can create interactive questions for the students, like for in the subject of like biology, or biology is there, or cell microbiology or something like that. You can give the particular diagram and the student needs to take each and everything. Like if you give then the diagram of a nucleus or something like that, then this type of questions are very useful for that kind of subjects. Yeah. Any query here? I'm doing again. I'm doing what I did was question number 4, computer system architecture. We can say marks is 1. I'm not giving ID and some nothing. Okay. What I did is uploaded one image which contains all my peripherals. Okay. And after that, what I did is draggable items. From that, what I selected is draggable text, and I need to write the text, like computer screen, CPU, keyboard, mouse, and DVD drive. After that, what I need to do is drop zones. Okay, from here you only need to select the text. That's it. Here the zones will be filled automatically based on the area you have selected. Yes, I hope there is no query, and then save changes. So as you can see, my question is live here. Okay. Yeah. So this type of question I can create. There are many different types of questions are there. Like I can create, like let me add one more type of question, like new question. Like let us say select missing word. Okay, there are many things. There are many things. Okay, select missing word. Let me add this. Okay, the question name is, let us say, 5. And let me add one question over here, like computer is an dash device. Okay, computer is an, I'm putting the question as half. Okay, so now what I need to do is, the very first choice is electronic device. That's it. Let us say this as a dummy question. Okay, that's it. Save changes. If you want to give a two, if you want to give as like this the question text must contain placeholder like 1, as I said earlier, like 1. This is my first choice. The second choice is simple device. Only device, I can rather I say computer is a device. That's it. Okay, so let me add save changes. Okay, so let us preview this question. As you can see, the computer is an, so this type of question also we can set using this. The most important thing I want to share it over here is, like right now what we are doing is we are taking lecture online via Google Meet or something like that. Google Meet is there, or Cisco WebEx is there. But in Moodle we can also set Google Meet or Cisco WebEx. How we can do this is, like let me go to class again, and let me click on add an activity or resource. What I need to do is, if you want to configure Google Meet in this platform, we can do. If you want to configure Cisco WebEx in this platform, we can do. So from here you can go live. Okay, so what I need to do is add an activity or resources. Okay, as you can see, the default the WebEx meeting is already there. I can set it up from here also. Okay, as you can see the meeting name and something like that, if you want to set a meeting center or training center, it depends on that. But let me take an example of Google Meet as of now. So go back to dashboard again, and let me click on classical mechanics. Now what I need to do is add an activity or resources, and from that what I need to do is select on URL. I'm selecting URL, and let me say as a regular session meeting URL. Regular session meeting URL. Google Meet. Okay. And let me put it an URL over here, which I have set up. You need to keep in mind is like whenever you are creating a Google Meet, what you need to do is you need to create a daily meet, a permanent link you need to create for this Moodle platform. Okay, what you need to do is you need to create a permanent link, and for that, by while creating a Google Meet, you need to select all day. Okay, so I'm giving us like this HTTPS and my link. This is my Google link. Now appearance, like display automatically or in pop-up. Let us say in pop, so it will get display over here only. Okay, so let me click on this, save and return to course. That's it. Okay, this is my URL. Let me click on this, so your meeting will get start. So this way you can take a session from here. Yes, there are many plugins which allows you to take attendance automatically in this platform. I have not configured that due to a lack of time, but you can configure that too. That automatically your students attendance will be marked in this platform only. Yeah, so what I need to do is, as any query to add Google Meet. Anyone? Any query? No? Okay. So after that, what I need to show you over here is like a roster. The most important thing is roster. Let me click on this. We'll be able to see all the students who has enrolled in your course. We'll be able to see all the students details. Now let us say if I click on this, I'll be able to get all the information of that particular students. Read only board and read only board. So this is the roster which you can see if you if you want to see the details of the students and something like that. So this is the roster of your particular course. Okay, so this is the best way to if you want to print, you can print it. Okay, like this. If you want like small, then you can select small. So this many faculty has updated their profile pictures, as you can see it over here. Yeah, so I can print this too, like all users or course creator or teachers, depends on the filter you apply, you will be able to see the list of courses from here. So let me go back again. Let us click on this. Okay, now the other feature of Moodle which I need to showcase over here is like if I want to issue a badge, I'm happy to share. Like one of the faculty has achieved a badge. Like the Neha ma'am has achieved like activity completion badge. Then how we can set this? As you can see, this is the account of Neha ma'am, and as you can see, she can see the badge. Like she has achieved. Like if she click on this, she'll be able to see like who is the issuer of this batch, and why she the reason and the criteria to achieve this batch and all that kind of thing. Now how we can set this? Okay, so for that the faculty needs to click on badges. Okay, one badge I already set up. Let me add another badge. Okay. Let me click on add new badge. And after that, what I need to do is like, let us say assignment or course completion badge. Course completion badge. Okay, and the version means, if there are more than one assignment in the particular unit, then I can say version 1, version 2, and something like that. So as this is our first batch, so I'm selecting as a 1, and a description like, congratulations, congratulations on completion of this course, and something like that. I can of this course, I can give the description, and I can upload the badge file from here. Like, I can give, like, let me select one of the badge, like let us say this badge I want to give, and upload this file. Author means the instructor of this course. Upload this file. Okay, that's it. Expiry date, if you want, like, if you want, like, after the semester gets over, the badge gets expired, but I have set up as a never. And then create badge, that's it. And then create badge. Now, what are the criteria for the students to achieve this badge? So I can set that criteria to add badge criteria. Okay, as you can see, manual issue by the instructor, as here it is displayed as a role means an instructor. Okay, or course completion, you can see, like, whenever the students completed his or her course, automatically the badge get issued. Or awarded badges, like, for the particular, for the particular activity you want to issue the badge to the students, like that. Or, appreciation badge for the students, then you can select awarded badges. After that, activity completion. Okay? For the particular activity completion which you have, inputted in this platform, like, let me select this activity completion. So it will display me all the activities which I have set up, which I have given to the students in the unit 1. So let me say, like, when the students complete the exam and the assignment, like, can attempt quiz, lesson notes 1, and then if he or she visits the URL, or any activity, like, if you can also issue, like, when she or when the students complete any this exam, then the badge gets issued. This criteria is complete when, this is the most important thing, this criterion is complete when all of the selected activities are complete, or any of the selected activities complete. So depends on your requirement, you can set this to. Then I am selecting as, like, any of the selected activities is complete, the badge gets issued to that particular student. Okay, let me save this description. If you want to give any other description to the students, then you can give, but I am keeping as a blank. Let me save this. Okay, so let us go back to the overview section. This is my badge which I have set up. Okay, yeah, any query?
Madam, I have a small query.
If the question is like, if a person has logged in as a guest, and how to logged out. See,
Yeah.
if any person is
I
logged in into our
I was
system,
trying to log out, log in with the credential which you have sent, but I was not able to do the things.
yes sir, yes sir, hello,
Yeah, madam.
yes sir.
No, I had this. Yeah, I was trying to log out from the as a guest.
Okay,
Because yesterday I enrolled as a guest.
yeah,
But, before credential you sent,
okay,
but I am not getting the screen which you are
yes,
now
of course.
displaying.
A guest will not be allowed to edit activities or not to create activities and something like that. Guest can only see the categories which we have created. That's it.
How I should log out as of now, so that after logging I can log in with my credential.
See, site administrator will provide you with the username and password. Using that, you can log in into your LMS, into this LMS.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right.
Before that,
Yeah.
you will not be allowed to
No,
edit or yeah.
yesterday I logged in as a guest.
Okay.
At that time I didn't got the credentials.
Acha, all
So
right.
I was trying with the guest, but
No.
after you send me the credential, I
Yeah.
tried to log in with that credential, but I'm not logging out as a guest.
You mean to say like guest will not be able to allow to edit the activity or something like that?
Uh,
See, let me
now,
log out. I'm doing a log out. Like,
can I
let me
share
log
my
in.
screen? Can I share my screen? What I'm
Yeah, yeah,
getting?
yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do I have the access to share the screen? Can I share?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One minute. One second. See, this is the screen what I'm getting. There is no option to.
Your screen is not visible. Let me
Yeah, one minute. Moodle.
stop presenting. Yeah, yeah. It's visible now. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's visible. I think Pauna ma'am is sharing screen. Pauna ma'am. Sir, I think Piyusha, your screen is not visible. I think this screen is of
Yeah,
Pauna
no,
ma'am.
yeah, it's asking something related with the permission. So that's the reason.
Okay.
I think it's not permitting me to.
Okay. Let me check this out.
Yeah.
પિયુષ સર
Yeah.
પેલું છે ને ત્યાં તમારા નામ ઉપર પેલું પિન હશે, પિન ઉપર ક્લિક કરો એટલે તમારી સ્ક્રીન બધાની સામે આવી જશે, સ્ક્રીન શેર થઈ જશે. પિન કરો, પિન.
પણ એમાં શું છે કે અત્યારે હું સ્ક્રીન શેર કરવા જાઉં છું ને
હા,
તો એ મેસેજ આવે છે. એક મિનિટ મેસેજ બતાવું.
I think
You must grant permission in order to screen share.
I think I have
This
given the
message I'm
permission.
getting.
I have given the permission from here.
I think I must. It's not showing it.
Okay.
I think someone else is sharing. That's why it may be a problem.
Okay, let me share my screen only.
ભાવના મેડમ તમારી સ્ક્રીન બંધ કરો. ભાવના મેડમ, ભાવના જગાણી મેડમ તમારી સ્ક્રીન બંધ કરો એટલે પિયુષ સર સ્ક્રીન શેર કરી શકે. ભાવના મેડમ.
Pauna ma'am, I think. Pauna ma'am. Is she there?
Madam, if she is not there, then you just remove to Bhavna ma'am. She will again join it. So don't waste the time and just give the chance Piyush sir to,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please do it. Please do it quickly, madam.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, Piyush sir. You can continue. I think I have given the rights to the Piyush sir. Yeah. Hello.
Can I share now?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can share
No,
your screen now.
no. It's still it is telling me to grant permission. I don't know how to solve this issue.
I think I can make you a presenter too, but I think there is no other.
Okay, you continue. I'm logging out, then I'll again log in, and then I think it can be done.
Mm. Okay, so shall I share my screen now? Okay, yeah, let me share my screen so that I know I can share what the sir is asking for. So once I get logged in, let me click on again. I'm logged in as AU LMS. As you can see, this is my the very first page. This is an home screen of mine. Now I'm logged in as a logged in. Let me log in as one of the faculty's name. Okay, and what I do is let me logged out from this session. Okay, so here the option is like login as a guest. So once I click on this, what you will get is you can only see the category, the course category. If I click on this, okay, and if I click on this, it will not be allowed to logged in over here. Yeah, you can only view the LMS. We are not allowed to add an activity or something like that kind of a functionality using a guest account. Yes, sir. Okay. The one more important thing I need to share over here is like let me click on classical mechanics, and the other thing is like calendar, the most important thing. Now, as you can see, I've set up an exam on this particular date, like Friday and the 31st. The student has to attend this three. So, if I want to create an event, like I want to create an event on the August, like Friday. As you can see, automatically your all the activity will be synchronized with this calendar once you create that. So I think this is the best part the Moodle is offering. Your activity is get synchronized with the calendar too. Student can export this calendar. Okay, if the students want, the students can export this calendar too in the Google Calendar, and something like that. So let me add one event over here. Okay, the event title is here uh, uh, exam result. Let us say a result. Okay, and date is 1st August, and the type of event you can see the course. Okay, and that's it, and then save. Okay, so the student will get the notification of this. Okay, the other thing over here is like message. Now if the instructor wants to convey some or wants to share some information with the students, like let us say one of the student, let us say Ishita ma'am, or let us say Disha ma'am. So let me click on this, and once I click on this, let us say uh, I have demo message. Okay, once I send this message will be displayed in the dashboard of Disha ma'am, like how I can say, like let me message to Neha ma'am as she is online and my like so what I need to do is like search Neha, and that's it. Okay, Dr. Neha Patel. Hello ma'am, that's it, and let me click on this. So once I send the message, it will get automatically reflected into the this. As you can see over here, the message is here. Okay, is it there? So this is the best way to convey if you want to share information, or if you want to share a feedback for the particular assignment with the particular students, then you can share that. You need to type the name. That's it. Okay, let us say, yeah, the most important thing over here is like, the instructor can message the students enroll in that particular course. Okay, so I think I cannot give the public message, something like that. And for that, if I want to give a public message, then what I need to do is I need to create an announcement. Okay, let me click on classical mechanics, and then I need to create an announcement. Okay, add new topic. Your result is out now. So this is my message. That's it. Okay, and then post to forum. Yeah, your post was successfully edited. You have 30 minutes to edit it if you want to make any changes. Okay, and after that, this will be live, and all the dashboard users. Yeah, I think any query?
Yeah, madam, can I share my screen now?
Yes, sir. Okay,
Okay, okay. So I'm sharing the screen.
stop presenting. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, the same message is coming.
Let me pin this. Yeah.
Let me once again try it. Mhm. No, it's not sharing it. Okay, no problem. I'll
If you
sort
can.
it later on.
Okay. Okay.
Because I think when you started the first screen with your login,
Yes, sir.
so instead of login, if I yesterday went as a guest,
Okay.
okay. But now if I want to log out, there is no option where I can log out as a guest and I can
Because
join as my own
see,
credential.
guest means there is no session for that particular guest. It is temporary. Okay. There is
Yeah,
no
yeah.
login. There is no login functionality for the guest as well as no logout functionality for the guest. He or she can only see the screen. That's it. Then can visit our website. Can visit our LMS. That's it.
So now if I want to join as a member of
Yeah.
the
For
staff
that.
to you,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
how I will join it?
Yeah. For that, what you need to do is like, I have created the username and password for the the registered participants, but here
Uh-huh.
I will create the department wise. Now I will create the username and password department wise. Yeah. So for that, the site administrator, who is the site administration, will create a credentials for the user.
Yeah,
Yes.
but when I am starting the screen, that is HTTPS 10.9.39.26
Yes.
oblique AULMS,
Hmm.
so I'm directly getting the screen without any login screen. Directly it is going to the guest screen only.
Okay. What you need to do is like, sir, what you can do is like, let me share my screen again.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, for that, what you need to do is you need to open this in a private mode. Like, how you can open private mode, like click on Firefox, and here, as you can see, new private mode. If you will click on this,
Uh-huh.
we'll see the fresh screen of AULMS.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, you can see the cognitive mode. In Chrome it is cognitive mode, in Firefox it is private mode. Yes.
Okay. So I should open it in the private mode, that is
Yeah,
cognitive
yeah,
mode.
yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me try it. Let me try it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let me check it.
Yes. Okay. So moving further, I wanted to share, like, grades, the most important thing, the grades. How do I come to know that whether the student has completed the given particular assignment or not? So over while I need to click on grades from toggle navigation menu, what I need to do is I need to click on grades. Okay, from here we'll be able to see all the students was enrolled in your course. Okay, now what I want is, like, let us say who has submitted the particular assignment. Okay, so I think no one has submitted the assignment. I have submitted, like, let me check, like, Varsha ma'am is there. So if the particular student has submitted the assignment, then his or her grade will be displayed over here, as you can see. Okay, the one more faculty is there, like Shraddha ma'am is there. So as you can see, uh, all and then Shraddha ma'am. Yeah, as you can see, Shraddha Shukla ma'am is there. She has submitted the assignment, so you can see, like, the unit 1 assignment she has submitted, all other are left. So after the end of the course, I can get the total over here. Okay, and I can also export this assignment in Excel sheet. Okay, I can export and import this assignment, like, export format I can set, like, include feedback, or if you want to explode you want to exclude feedback. So I'm taking, as as it is. Let me click on download and then open with. Okay, so as you can see, this is the status of the assignment. As you can see, who has submitted the assignment and who has not submitted the assignment. Yes. Okay. Any query? The roster is the best feature. What I feel is, any query. There are many things. I just wanted to show you the directory. Like, we can also set Urkunda plagiarism checker in this. We can also set a Turnitin plagiarism checker. There are many plugins which we can use. Like, I wanted to show you the directory of the plugin. Like, how many plugins are there which we can use. There are many plugins. If we want, like, if we want to take an attendance for the students of the students, like, let us say attendance. So as you can see, the plugin that allows an attendance log to kept include an optional. So there are many things which you can do using Moodle. You can also integrate Moodle with the Cisco WebEx attendance and all that kind of stuff. We can do that, but due to a lack of time, I could not show you all this demonstration. Yeah. Any question? We can also configure a Zoom meeting too in this platform. Any question? Anyone? Any question? Okay, so this is it from my side. As I have given the basic demonstration, I can say this is the only 10% of a Moodle which I have demonstrated over here. There are many things so you can set up, but this is the basic thing you must know, that how before using the Moodle, that how we can create a course, how we can create an exam, how we can create an assignment, and something like and that we can. This is the basic criteria to use Moodle LMS. Yeah, We can also set the
Uh,
competencies and rubrics and all that stuff we can set to, but it takes time. Before that, we need to set up a competencies for the particular course. We need to also set up a particular rubrics for the particular course, and after that we need to feed on as uh, sir said, like word quiz. Let me search this plugin. Like, as you can see, uh, you know import entire Microsoft Word file, including tables. You can also import your whole quiz file. Okay, full quiz file in the form of Word file, and it get converted automatically in the form of browser mode. So this is the best feature. If you don't want to create a quiz via the Moodle's wizard, you can upload a Word file for that. But there is a particular format is there for that. There's a specific format to upload that file, the question and the for answers. That way you can upload. Yeah, basically, while uploading a quiz in the form of a Word, you will not be able to create an interactive type of questions. That is the limitation. If you want to create an interactive type of question, you need to use Moodle platform. Yes, so that's all from my side. I hope I could make out. Yeah. Any other thing? I hope. I wish to know that is this functionality useful as a faculty for us? I just wanted to know, like, what do you think? Anybody, if anyone can.
Madam, I just want to have it. Are we going to use it from this session or what? This LMS.
Yes, sir.
This LMS, what we are going, which you have demonstrated,
Yes, sir.
from which session it will be implemented? Is there any guessing regarding the usefulness of this? That from what session or from which date are we going to use this?
I think you are
Because right
asking
now
about.
right now we are using something like
Yeah, yeah,
Google.
yeah, yeah. But this is all in one LMS. As you can see, from here you can see, you can set a
Yeah,
WebEx meeting. From here you can see a Google meeting and something like that. So it's up to,
yeah.
I think we need to I
Because otherwise, what
we
will
can
happen is
definitely talk.
we have to work on this also, as well as we have to work on Google Classroom also and so on. For that purpose
Yeah,
only I was asking.
yeah. I think we can make it
Yeah.
live. We can make this system live. For that, we need to,
Okay, madam. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Any other thing? If anybody wants to share. I just wanted to know that is this platform useful for us? And can we utilize this platform to increase? I can say the productivity and to give a creative questions and something like that. Uh, yes, if anybody could share any query. Any query? Okay. So I think that's all from my side. And thank you so much for joining today. Thank you all.